We have done so much as an administration, but the information is not out there. Our ministers are quiet. They are called for TV interviews, they don't show up to say what they have done. And then the media have a few days because nobody talks for government. I would rather we spend more time explaining to the people of Kenya what we have done in our respective dockets as opposed to travel. And if we have to travel, let's travel up country to where wananchi are and explain what we are doing. I don't think the president will cap your travel out of Nairobi. I don't think he will.
I'm happy that Rigathi Gachagua, the Deputy President of Kenya, has been listening to what I've been saying all along. And I remember we did a podcast with Enifas Muchangi, and we said that this government has a problem. And the biggest enemy of this government is lack of communication. The government has not been explaining projects, why it's doing ABCD, how far maybe Kenyans will suffer. And this day, few days ago, I think it's 2 days ago, Gachagua came clean and said, anyway, some of our CS, PS, these guys are not available to answer questions in the media, to explain to wanjiku what they are doing. They are busy traveling. And even went further to say that sometimes even having a cabinet meeting is hard because most of them are traveling. And this is what is happening. We have people who are competent in government, whether you support the government or not. And the only challenge I have is those who support the government, because they have not been communicating. I have not seen any blogger who supports this government telling the government that you are messing up, you're not communicating. And this is what I said. Even if you are paid to communicate on the behalf of the government, please learn how to communicate effectively. Please learn to tell your leaders you are failing on ABCD, because if you don't tell them, they will mess up. And I'm happy that Gachagua have been gathering information from social media, because there have been so many guys saying the same thing, that the government is not communicating to wanjiku. And we did this podcast almost a month ago with Muchangi, and we said Kenya Kwanza government has a problem, and the problem is lack of communication. And now Rigathi Gachagua, few days ago, said this.
We have done so much as an administration, but the information is not out there. Our ministers are quiet. They are called for TV interviews, they don't show up to say what they have done. And then the media have a few days because nobody talks for government.
This is what you know, that for sure Rigathi Gachagua is a truthful man, because he came clean and agreed that we are failing because we're not communicating, because some of our leaders or some of the CS or the PS we have given these jobs are not ready to communicate with wanjiku. And this is a step to the right direction. I hope once they come to I understand that Ruto is coming to State Rouge. I think they should call for a meeting and brainstorm on how to communicate, on how to listen, to make sure that wanjiku feel listened, because this is where they are failing. And remember very well, this should done from what Jubilee government did. Jubilee government ignored wanjiku, and these guys are not listening to us. We do not give votes to them. And I feel now this is what is needed. And at least I can tell the Kenya Kwanza government, Rigathi Gachagua and Ruto, have noted their mistakes and they are ready to correct. I'm now waiting to see what happens. My call is for all those who are bloggers, those who are paid or under government to promote government ideas, to communicate on the behalf of these officers. They should learn and push for communication, because I have not seen anyone who supports the government, and those bloggers who support the government tell the government you are failing because you're not communicating. Sometimes you must be ready and tell your reader you are naked. Don't do this. Tuonane next time. I'm James.